Wait till like 2 or 3 months, man. You're gonna start to feel it.
Yeah.
They were saying the effects of that flood in the Midwest is more than likely going to take effect towards the end of this year.
Right.
You know?
It always
Yeah.
does that.
It's never immediate.
It's never immediate.
Yeah.
And the people that feels it first is the poor.
Right.
You low income, you know, you on the government, you know, you rely upon government assistance, you get the food stamps and all that. Y'all it's gonna hit y'all the most, you know.
Quick precept on chicken sandwich versus what's about to go down. Wisdom of Solomon.
Don't even finish Ezekiel.
Hey,
that's
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2. I'm start at verse 6. It said, "Come on, let us enjoy the good things that are present." And that's how you guys are. I'm about to enjoy this chicken sandwich tonight. I'm about to smoke this tonight. I'm about to do this tonight. I'll deal with that when it comes. Well, okay. We'll see what happens when it comes. This mentality is not profitable. It says, "Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, instead of rationing it out the way it should be, taking heed, saving some or whatever you gotta do. People using stuff up. Like Popeyes is the flavor of the week, it'll be whatever else next week or next month or whatever."
And that shows you that a lot of the things that you do have, a lot of that shit is artificially manufactured. Because if the way Esau plants, he doesn't keep the land Sabbath. He doesn't let anything breathe. He just constantly just absorbing and using so he can have so much in abundance. It gets to the point where he has no room to have it to be organically or naturally created or produced. So a lot of the shit that you are enjoying ain't even organic. It's all fake. It's laboratory created.
Bro. Like the brother speaking, what he's speaking on, it's happening in China right now too. Like instead of actual meat, they're turning poop, like feces, into actual meat, man.
Yeah.
You know, and having people taste it. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're doing the same thing within the States.
Yeah,
you know?
you probably literally eating like mingled up feces,
rats.
Yeah, rodents.
They put glue it together.
They glue it all together.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all eating bullshit.
And then they throw flavor enhancers on it to make it
Throw
taste.
some flavor in and throw some seasoning.
John, because also what happens too, I read like a little, it was like a little article thing on it. It's like in China, for the food that they make over there, they put opiates in their food, so people become addicted to it, man, and they keep coming back. That's the same thing that America is doing with the chemicals that they put in their stuff.
Right.
You know.
Genesis is going into Cain, right? Genesis chapter 4, verse 11. "And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy land. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength." And it's the spirit, because Cain, right? And what was the reincarnated to Esau? What was his blessing? When he would have dominion. So he knew his time was short. That's why he can't wait for last Sabbath and all of that to go around. He just want to use it all up immediately. And because he knows if he don't get it all, because he ain't getting the abundance of it from the curse of Cain right here. He's not getting the abundance. I'm talking about the curse of not the ground not being able to yield the fruit. Not necessarily the mark that was put on him, but this here. But that there, he can't get enough, so he got to try to produce as much as he can, as fast as he can. Okay? Using it up too much, abusing it, if you will.
To fill his belly and to monopolize and capitalize.
Right, the scripture's cold, man. Yeah, that prophecy from back in Genesis is playing out right now. Right. Esau basically not following the land Sabbath and basically pumping the earth, all his resources is just draining the earth, man. Yep. You know, that goes back to the prophecy. It goes back to Brazil.
You got to keep splicing animals.
Right.
Yeah.
He got to mingle diverse seeds.
Yeah.
He basically got to, in order to appease his appetite, he got to break laws. He got to go against the laws of the Most High.
Yeah.
Laws of nature.
And now you see the earth is all fucked up now.
The Habakkuk too. His desire is hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's insatiable, man.
Yep.
You know? Hey, and like the brother mentioned about them having to eat shit over there, I'll let you know that there's really no true organic food. Like there's food, but it's only within the realm of the super rich, the ones that can afford it. All the poor, you're not eating food. You're just eating chemicals. Okay? If I may, can I go back to this and
Was that brother finished?
did you finish it?
Yeah,
That was it. Let me get this back in Ezekiel. This is the reason why the Lord told Ezekiel to eat human shit, man. Because, hey, it's about to be such a shortage of food that people gonna have to rely to eat shit, man. And that's literally like the society, and that's figurative of what we eat today in this world, man.
Yep.
We literally are eating shit right now, man. You know? It's Ezekiel 4, back in Ezekiel 4, and verse 12, it says, "And thou shalt eat it as barley cakes, and thou shalt bake it with dung that cometh out of man in their sight. And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whether I will drive them." And that's what we dealing with, man. You niggas beating the shit out of each other at the damn drive-through at Popeyes. Y'all fighting over sterilized chicken, man. Filled with steroids, is genetically engineered. You know. You don't know what they doing to that chicken, man. You don't know what condition that chicken was in.
Yeah, because it's not being humanely raised, man.
No.
Hey, because we already know companies like Tyson and what you call it,
Kraft Foods.
Kraft Foods and all these different companies. All these different companies. Purdue. They pump these chickens with hormones, you know, and drugs. And like when you look at the pictures, some chickens be having like 6 wings, man. You know,
chicken.
they only supposed to be having 2 wings, man.
Bro, they put them in like a big, chicken coop. No lights, and just feed them.
Yeah.
Feed them, constantly, and the hormones, but they don't have the mental capacity to say I'm full.
Right.
They get fat and
Loaded,
yeah.
Yeah, that's how low majority of these niggas' brain frequency is, man. We bring out all this about how the food is all fucked up, and the nigga will say, "Okay, it still tastes good." They'll say
I'm
that
finna
shit.
go hit that shit up today.
Yeah. Or
Still
it's
gonna
sad.
go
I don't care. It still tastes good.
It's the same way when we tell niggas that swine is unlawful, it's unclean.
So
You can't tell a nigga swine is unclean.
So I ain't supposed to eat bacon? What am I supposed to eat in the morning?
Yeah, they act like there ain't shit else in the world they can
fine.
eat if they can't eat that shit, man. These niggas are, they stiff-necked, man, hard, rebellious. You know?
And wonder why they got diabetes and all this ailments and shit.
Cholesterol. You're the most sickly people on the planet, man.
Not gangrene.
Yeah, that too.
Gout, gangrene, all that.
Yep. It says, 14, it says, "Then said I, all Lord power, behold, my soul have not been polluted. From my youth up even until now have I not eaten of that which dieth of itself, or is torn in pieces, neither came there abominable flesh into my mouth."
You was being lawful.
Being lawful, right?
Yeah.
It says, "Then he said unto me, Lo, I have given thee cow's dung for man's dung, and thou shalt prepare thy bread therewith." So instead of eating man shit, I'll give you you can eat the cow shit with the bread. Either way, you're gonna eat some shit. Because Israel, they gonna literally be eating shit. That's the only way they're gonna be able to eat. Because I'm starving their ass, man. Because they rebellious, man. They sin against me. You know, it talks about how Judah, as is the cities of Judah, is how many gods that they worship. So that's why the Most High is like, man, fuck Jake, man. And I said, hey, you live long enough in this truth, man, and you see how Jake is, and when you deal with Jake and you see their state, man, first you start, with compassion. Like, you want to see Jake change.
Yeah.
You want Jake to repent. But after a while, you be like, man, fuck these niggas, man. These niggas gonna do whatever the fuck they want to do. Because they're that hard-hearted like that, man.
Because they don't take heed to warning.
They never.
You'll give them everything that you lay out, everything they need. Okay, stop eating this and start eating this. Stop replace this with that. You give them everything they need to be better, and closer to the Most High. And Jake will still turn and stay with the wickedness of it.
It's Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are Sodom's children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good.
Stupid, man. Our people are very stupid, man. You know, they said Hosea, Ephraim is a silly dove, man. Leave him alone, man. You know. Yeah.
Okay. And they have none understanding.
No understanding, man. You can break it down. You can break it down scientifically to a nigga, man. He's still gonna do what he wanna do because they got demons on him. You take a perfect recipe and they'll still stray from it. They got demons on him, you know.
They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge.
To do good they have no knowledge. Like, what's the good? Following the laws to the best of your ability.
Right.
They have no knowledge of it, man.
Okay.
Nor do they care, man.
Okay.
You know?
And then like what the brother was reading, Jacob read and be like, oh, when the Lord made them eat poop. I mean, you niggas eat it freely.
Yeah.
You niggas eat garbage, man. Y'all eating pork.
You paying for it.
Y'all
Buying that shit.
At large prices too. You niggas go to what's that? Hot and juicy, boiling crab. Y'all eat it up. That's literally dookie. You know. So Jake could get mad over the scriptures, but you do it anyways, man.
You fulfilling them.
Kind.
More than them.
That was it.
I'll go back. Verse 16, it says, Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of the bread of Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight, and with care, and they shall drink water by measure, and with astonishment, that they may want bread and water, and be astonished one of another, and consume away for their iniquity.
Yeah.
Don't starve, man. Right now, like it says in 2 Ezra 16, the victuals are cheap right now.
That they think that they be in good case.
That they be in good case. And it's even some people going crazy over the McDonald's flurry. Demons on it, man.
Forcing to pull out in front of traffic.
Fucking demonic, but you got people acting out even at McDonald's too right now.
Yeah, with the ice cream.
That little ice cream shit, man. These people are going crazy over shit like that, man. Just picture, just picture how society is gonna flow, man. You know.
I don't even know about the ice cream shit at McDonald's. Yeah. McDonald's ice cream machine be down and shit, motherfuckers fighting employees. Oh, is that because of the ice cream? Yeah, the ice cream machine. Anybody bring out Lamentations? No.
Nope.
Hey, y'all see the video where these niggas was they had a live band playing in the Popeyes, man?
What?
No.
These niggas were like playing live instruments at a Popeyes, bro.
Hey,
while the
we said
employees
that.
was while the employees was back there dancing and shit.
I said it, bro. I didn't know it was gonna happen. I was gonna really be, Wakanda dancing.
Over some chicken, bro. Like,
Like that in New Orleans.
so these niggas ain't gonna even they ain't gonna be able to handle a second of a famine, man.
All right, this is Lamentations chapter 4, verse 8. Their visage is blacker than their coal. They are not known in the streets. Their skin cleaveth to their bones. It is withered. It is become like a stick. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. That's what it was showing. It's showing how they got skinny. Their bodies are withering away. For these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. They want food. Want food and can't get it. Famine. And the Most High cold-blooded, man. But it's deserving. People deserve to starve to death.
That's a scourge.
Yeah. But for all the scourges, they would not have been their ways.
The hands of the pitiful women have sodden their own children. Sodden means to cook, to boil. They were their meat and the destruction of the daughter of my people, which is Israel. The Lord hath accomplished his fury. He hath poured out his fierce anger and hath kindled a fire in Zion.
How the hell all these ambulances going both directions? Chaos.
And it hath devoured the foundations thereof.
Yep. I'll bring this out, man. That was it? I'll bring this out. This is 2 Kings chapter 6. I'm going to start with verse 25. It said, and there was a great famine in Samaria. It says, and behold, they besieged it until an ass's head was sold for 4 pieces of silver. 80, that's inflation.
That's inflation.
That's inflation.
Yeah, that's just the head.
Yeah, because
Right.
back then they didn't have paper currency, right? They had gold and silver. That was their currency.
Yep. Which this paper currency was supposed to be backed by. And it's not anymore. It says, and the 4th part of a cab of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver. bird shit? This is the stuff people have to eat to buy.
Back then, they didn't have, Esau wasn't in power creating clone meat back then.
Right.
You didn't have, there was no such thing as clone animals.
Yep.
Okay?
So
So if there was a shortage of cattle, what's the next thing to barter?
Animal shit. Yep.
If there was no grass, no nothing being grown, what's the next resort, man? You can't go to a tree and see, fruits on them.
They went through all that. They went from the fruit of the tree to the leaves of the tree to the bark of the tree. Shit. To the roots, the plants. It's just a natural society.
No herbs.
Just keep going till that's all gone. When it's all gone, you need something. Keep going. That's why these post-apocalyptic movies always have where they're eating humans, but it's like in a desert setting. Like nothing is clearly growing. Reading on, it says, verse, I'll keep reading. And as the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall, he cried there cried a woman unto him, saying, help, my lord, O king. And he said, if the Lord do not help thee, when shall I help thee? Out of the barn floor? Or out of the wine press? There's nothing in it. No storehouse. It says, and the king said unto her, what aileth thee? And she answered, this woman said unto me, give thy son, that we may eat him today, and we may eat my son tomorrow. So we boiled my son, and did eat him. And I said unto her, on the next day, give thy son that we may eat him. And she had hid her son. And it came to pass.
She was cold with it.
Yeah, it says, and it came to pass when the king heard the words of the woman that he rent his clothes and he passed by upon the wall, and the people looked, and behold, he had sackcloth within upon his flesh. Because he knew shit was fucked up. So he would put on sackcloth as a mourning garment, basically to bear, because you already bought your nice J's and all your nice clothing. You put the sackcloth on. Cheapest clothes that you can get. That was the point, right? I think that was it.
Somebody,
Did you finish that?
I'm not sure.
You read that. Yeah, you finished that something else.
I think he did.
Yep.
That was the second king, right?
That was something. That was it on there, right?
we read 46.
Okay, you ready, bro?
Yeah, 17. Kind of second Esdras 16, verse 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days?
Yep.
The
Hey,
beginning.
if you have your how about Shimei Shai, walking in that spirit, calling on that name with the works to get you out of it, he gonna deliver you in that day. Right?
The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death.
Beginning of famine. Beginning of famine. You guys aren't ready for this famine, man. Okay? Y'all don't practice fasting. Y'all not gearing up for the Day of Atonement. Y'all don't fast, for different trespasses. All right?
The beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish, are sit in scourge for a minute. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges.
Our people don't consider. Our people don't consider that the Heavenly Father set you up. And our people get set up like T-ball right now. Like he's about to knock you out the park with this. With all the plagues and destruction that's coming and famine, he's about to set you up for the cold.
It's Isaiah 1 and 3.
Wait, because all of this was meant for you to correct your ways, to come back to the Heavenly Father, back and seek out the old path. But you don't, where's the good way, but you continue to follow after the damn devil. For all this thing I was going to say, matter of fact.
It's Isaiah 1 and 2. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord has spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me.
Hey, because the blessing was he was going to feed us, and we weren't going to have to worry about food. We was going to be blessed. Our brothers was going to serve us. We had the greatest role in life. And all the blessings would come upon us if we kept the commandments perfectly. All of that was lined up beautiful for us to live happily ever after, so to speak. But we didn't fulfill our end of the bargain, so curses came upon us. And this is the end of what the curses are. Those look like a fucking snake head, by the way. I don't know if y'all noticed the cars. They look like snake heads. There's even a new one that got the little red T. It look like a tongue.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just so y'all pay attention to that.
It's 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
The dumbest, most stubborn animals know where they belong, but we don't.
But Israel does not know, my people does not consider. A sinful nation.
We didn't consider that the Heavenly Father was the cause of all the turmoil that we're living in. Our people take the bait so much from this damn devil and so deceived by this devil, they're happy with chicken sandwiches, driving them shits back to the fucking ghetto. Instead of considering how to get out of this bad situation.
God, and a chicken sandwich is low, man. Yeah. Come on now, Jake. Yeah. That's low.
For real.
And like they fighting over Kobe beef steak or shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Kind.
Yeah, fighting over a corporate job or something.
Yeah.
They don't fight this hard for jobs. You know?
Just continue. I'm a seed of evildoers. Children's
That's the problem. Our people are a seed of evildoers. 2/3 particularly. Are just do evil. Follow right after the damn devil set the trend. Go ahead.
children that are corrupters, that have forsaken the Lord, they have provoked the Holy One of Israel.
They've forgotten about the Heavenly Father and they provoked him to anger. Right?
Provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are going away backward. Why should you be stricken anymore? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart faint. The sole of the foot.
It says, why should you be stricken? You know, how many times I gotta keep sending famine in your land?
Sending captivity upon.
Yeah. How many times I gotta allow this devil to kick his foot knee deep in your ass, man? Shoot you down in the streets, lock you up, beat your ass over the hood of his car, man. Fire you.
Yep. That's what I was gonna say.
You know? How long this devil got? How long must the Most High allow this devil to do what he's been doing to you for the past 400 years, man? Without you finally getting the picture. No matter what, Jake's still doing what the hell they want to do. Still won't return. You know? So we can't really feel nothing when
Right.
evils come on Jake, man. You can't feel nothing for them. Don't send up no prayers for them. You know? That's the Most High getting their ass, man.
That's right.
Because they're hard-headed, badass kids. It's like if you and all your, say if you had 12 brothers and sisters, and you the good kid, you don't feel like after a while it's like, man, I shouldn't have to get a whipping for the bad kids. All the good kids shouldn't have to get a whipping for your ass no more. And that's what's going on. But before we had to get it as a nation, the whole nation had to catch this ass whipping. But out of this deliverance, the good kids is gonna make it out of it, man. While you bad kids is gonna get that really, really badass whipping. Okay, the last one. Come on, man.
It's Jeremiah 11 and 14. Therefore pray thou not. It's like, therefore pray not thou for this people, neither lift up a cry or prayer for them.
Well, this is an empty prayer. What you praying for these people for? You see that they don't want to do better. I'm not gonna listen to that prayer. They don't even want it. Why are you praying for them? You need to pray for yourself to be right. You need to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Concerned with that more so. With the bad, hold that. Somebody get 2nd Ezra 9 by the shot. It's like, I think like 13, somewhere around there. Another version.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make intercession for a nigga like Son Netter,
right.
Polite, all them niggas that worship the black woman, or they worship Ra and bullshit, man. I'm not gonna pray for them.
God.
He ain't gonna. As a matter of fact, read that when you get it done.
93.
Start up at 9.
Yeah. This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case.
The 2/3 particularly gonna be in pitiful case. Go ahead.
Which now have abused my ways.
They've been warned, okay? But now they've abused the way. We're reminding you what the ways are. We're showing you. And we even explain to you how to keep these laws to the best of your ability, the ones that can be kept. Okay, but you don't want to hear. You're in tribulation, but you're not mindful of the scourges to correct yourself. Go ahead.
And they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments.
Yep, you're going to dwell in torments. Continue.
For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. And they that have loved my law while they had yet liberty.
Now is that time that you detested the law when the time of liberty is open. When you got this grace period where you can correct and clean yourself up in sincerity and in faith of Yahweh Shem Shah.
And when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it.
Yep.
The same must know it after death by pain.
So we're not going to lift up a cry for you because the same must know it after death by pain. Go ahead.
And therefore, be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished.
So don't lift up a pray. Pray not for these people and don't cry out for them to be saved. Don't worry about how they're going to get punished or when. Right?
And when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved.
Why? So you can do what the righteous do in hopes that you can be saved.
You better worry about your ass. Seek out the Lord. Seek out the Lord with fear and trembling, man. Seek out your salvation with fear and trembling, man. Watch your ass, man. Don't worry about these niggas, man.
A lot of these niggas is meant to do that. Some will correct themselves. That will be of the elect. The majority is going to do it. So you can't. Literally, we have to tell our people you can't save everybody. It's not meant for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Where if you save yourself, set that righteous example, and men should be able to do the same.
It's Proverbs 15:9. The way of the wicked is an abomination unto the Lord, but he loveth him that follow after righteousness. Correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die. The way correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die.
Yep. If you hated correction, our people hate correction. Our people hate correction. Somebody get Proverbs 29:1 about this.
Yeah, okay. On that second Ezra 9, can you read the 13th verse?
Yeah, you read it. Read it again.
And therefore be not curious on how the ungodly shall be punished and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created.
For whom the world is, and for whom the world is created. That was our blessing that we were supposed to have. All the fruit and all the righteous position in the earth, the leadership of the earth. We're supposed to dominion of the earth, and those are supposed to serve us that are not of our nation. That's what it's supposed to be. But the elect, those righteous, have to set the example first. And the wicked, they're an example of the spirit of error. Okay, they have to fulfill that. They're also part of the vessels fit for destruction.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, talking about the 2/3.
Yeah.
Hey, and the reason why the angel was telling Ezra not to inquire about how the ungodly shall be punished, because he was so concerned when he kept asking the angel questions, concerning about, how Israel was suffering under the heathen. It was like he kept on trying to
Inquire.
he kept on trying to trying to plead for them.
Oh
And
yeah.
the angel was like, you care more for Israel than
We need you to be jotting down the righteousness to put in that book. We don't need to go deep into how these people are fucking up.
Yeah.
They ain't the ones that's gonna read this. The ones that want to get help is gonna read this.
They said teach them to the wise of our teach them to the wise of our people.
Ezra was asking questions that was above his
Pay grade. I like to say pay grade.
Yeah.
Right. But above his understanding.
Yeah.
You still
Matter of
read?
fact, can I find that real quick? You just bring it out real quick. It's second Esdras. The second Esdras 4 and verse. Yeah, second Esdras 4 and 21. It says, "For like as the ground is given unto the wood, and the sea to its floods, even so they that dwell upon the earth may understand nothing but that which is upon the earth." Sanita. But that which is upon the earth, and he that dwelleth above the heavens may only understand the things that are above the height of the heavens. And my ways are not your ways, neither are your ways my ways. Your thoughts are not my thoughts are not your thoughts. Right? It says, "Then answered I and said, I beseech thee, O Lord, let me have understanding. For it was not my mind to be curious of high things, but of such as pass by us daily, namely wherefore Israel is given up as a reproach to the heathen. And for what cause the people whom thou hast loved is given over unto ungodly nations, and why the law of our forefathers is brought to naught, and the written covenants come to none effect. And we pass away out of the world as grasshoppers, and our life is astonishment and fear, and we are not worthy to obtain mercy. What will he then do unto his name, whereby we are called? Of these things have I asked." Where's it at? I think it's the next chapter, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go back over. Salakia. It's in one of these chapters.
It's worth waiting on too.
Yeah. Here it is. Second Esdras 5 and 31, it says, matter of fact, let me start at verse 28. It says, "And now, O Lord, why hast thou given this one people over unto many?" So Ezra is still complaining to the angel about why the Lord is jacking Israel up. It
If
says,
the people rule over us in the 6th chapter, remember? How long will this endure?
Yep.
it says, and why hast thou given this one people over unto many, and upon the one root hast thou prepared others, and why hast thou scattered thy only one people among many?
Yeah.
And they which did gainsay thy promises, and believe not thy covenants, have trodden them down. If thou didst so much hate thy people, yet shouldest thou punish them with thine own hands?
Right. Why you allowing them to be over us? Why don't you just punish us with your own power? But he's asking the question amiss. He didn't understand the big picture. And part of that big picture, which goes into it in the 6th chapter, is they need their time. The Most High is balance. The other heathen get their time. So when we finally get rule over them, as the true blessing from Isaac was given unto us, they can't say that they didn't get their turn. They can't say that they didn't get the best chance to rule over Israel. We've been getting ruled over for so many years, not just Esau, but when you go back to the time of Joshua and well, Judges particularly, all the nations had a chance to rule over Israel. Okay? Even if it was for something as small as 40 years, they did.
Yeah, but at the same time,
Because we was
the
going
Most
on.
High already wrote down in the agreement what would happen every time you went against this agreement.
Exactly.
That these nations are going to come down on you. You're going to be scattered amongst the nations.
Yep.
You're going to serve.
Fierce countenance and
Yeah.
all of that. Yep.
You know, you're going to be met with the sword. You're going to be brought into every other nation and serve these nations in a land that you didn't know. You're going to serve other gods, man.
Wood and stone.
Wood and stone. You know, the Lord already told you what was going to happen. He's going to put these nations over you. Every time you went against his will, man.
Right.
You know? And to this very day, we still telling Jake that. And they like, well, F that guy. That guy, he's a murderer. He's this, he's that, and the
I
third.
don't think I like that guy. I'll
You
find
know?
another guy that I like better.
What about building? We're
Yeah.
supposed to build.
Yep. So hey, fuck these niggas, man. Verse 31. It says, now when I had spoken these words, the angel that came to me the night afore was sent unto me, and said unto me, hear me, and I will instruct thee. Hearken to the thing that I say, and tell thee, and I shall tell thee more. And I said, speak on, my Lord. Then said he unto me, thou art sore trouble in mind for Israel's sake. Lovest thou that people better than he that made them?
Yeah. You love these wicked ass, 2/3 ass people more than you love the Most High
That made them.
that created them. How lovers of the creature more than the creator.
Yep.
From Romans the 1st chapter.
It says, and I said, no, Lord, but of very grief have I spoken, for my reins pain me every hour, while I labor to comprehend the way of the Most High, and to seek out part of his judgment.
Which I was humble to say it that way, and honest. He was like, well, I'm just trying to figure out how the Most High is judging us. You know, I'm trying to figure out the big picture, because every time I turn around, it's like he can just do it himself, but why is he allowing these other people to do it? And that's why I said it the way I said it at first, that he would send another nation, and that just shows you how low we are for these low ass heathens to be over us. Rather get hit, my man. Yeah,
That was the point. You know?
so you was finishing up the better.
No, I didn't. Yeah, you want this still?
I got something.
Yeah, bring that right.
God, this Proverbs 29:1. He that being often reproved hardeneth his neck.
That's
shall
our
s-
people. Our people is corrected by everybody. The white man correct us, the heathen correct us, your bosses correct you, the housing authority and the government correct you, the police correct you, your mama's been correcting you, the grandmamas, you're tired of it. You don't want to hear from street niggas that's, you know, as you see us. You don't want to hear from us. Oh, that my pastor been correcting me and y'all gonna do it too? Well, we're the ones that's really have your best interests at hand. We're giving it to you from the Heavenly Father's perspective. You ain't ever heard it like this before.
shall suddenly be destroyed, and that without remedy.
Yeah, if you don't want to correct yourself, you're gonna be destroyed. And that without remedy. There's no cure for that. That was the point of that. Go ahead, BZ.
Jeremiah 15. I'm going to start at 1. Then said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people. Cast them out of my sight, and let them go forth. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as for death to death, and such are for the sword to the sword, and such are for the famine to the famine.
And that's like we were saying. There's a purpose for everything that Heavenly Father has going on. The 2/3 are fit for destruction. Now there are various ways are even fit to customize, if you will, to those particular wicked individuals. Okay? And as well as the deliverance for the elect. Go ahead, Al.
And such are for the captivity to the captivity.
Yep.
And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord. The sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy.
Right. And all those things are about to get rampant, like they're about to be unleashed and uncaged, if you will, in the earth. You know, the zoo seems like a nice, friendly place that you happen to take your families, but if you ain't been watching these YouTube videos, you little Edomites turn y'all back on that glass, them animals trying to pounce on you. Okay? And it's not just for you. They doing that and they're being fed right now. So when they get hungry, if it's a famine for the people, you think the animals at the zoo ain't gonna have get hungry too?
The animals are in captivity too.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they in captivity too.
Yeah.
That's their moment to get free.
They pissed off too.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's a lot of animals that's not in the zoo.
Right.
They're just roaming the streets. You know, we got stray dogs. You know, you got these pigeons out here. You know, you seen that movie Birds.
That's good.
Yeah.
But back in the 70s, 60s?
70.
Yeah, birds, you know. The dogs to tear, you got mountain lions and stuff like that, bears.
Yeah.
You know.
You got a lot of animals that aren't native to the states now that's here, and they don't know how to react. Like this Edomite in Florida, it's like a kickatoo. It's like a kickatoo. It's an animal that's native to South America, but somehow it got brought to Florida, and I guess the guy fed it, and next morning that thing was like it's part of like the raccoon family. It was at the guy's doorstep, aggressive as hell, tore his ass up. His wife thought he was wrestling with a burger.
Hey, but you see, that's what happens when you destroy certain ecosystems.
Yeah.
Right.
When you like, for example, them burning down that percentage of the rainforest down there, that's deforestation. Deforestation will cause the animals that rely upon that environment to live. They have to migrate. They have to find somewhere else to live.
That's right.
Esau keeps chopping down trees and fucking up the environments of the wild, so it's causing them to keep migrating.
Hey,
So the more they have to keep looking for places to live where there's food, so them and their cubs can eat. Where you think they're gonna go? They're gonna go right to where there's food at, and they know that them humans they stay with food. They keep garbage right in their yard.
I'm just gonna say, bro, keep going. They're gonna go right to your backyard. The trash can is right there with the food. There's water from the swimming pool or whatever. You know, and if they get hungry enough, hey, there's animals or pets or whatever the fuck they want. Something's around there that they can get.
Bro, alligator climbed the chain link.
Hopped the fence.
Yeah.
Hop the fence.
Yeah, bro, climbed the fence. Went over it.
I didn't know that was
Like
possible.
in India too, in their communities, you know, their areas with a lot of skyscrapers or buildings where a lot of people live. You got an influx of jaguars over there, man. And the jaguars are eating their pets. You know, they eating their dogs, their cats, but they just go into the town at night. Oh, and it's a case of the jaguars eating the people there. You know.
There's a scripture in the 2nd Measures 5 that talks about how the animals are going to change their places.
Okay, that's what I was looking
That's
for.
the 2nd Measures 5. Yeah.
Get it when you got it. So, we'll go go with that right now?
You get second Ezra, and I'll bring this out after.
There's second Ezra 5 and 8. It says, there shall be confusion also in many places,
Yep.
and the fire shall be often sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places.
They gotta migrate to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know, because it's inhabitable where they're at. It's fire. Animals aren't stupid. They can't breathe and it's heat and fire and they see it. They don't wait around to figure it out.
Yeah.
These dumbass niggas in New Orleans that didn't want to leave with the flood, or these people up in their homes, like the people up in their homes in Northern California when there was flood fires, scared to leave. What was that other place? Santa Barbara, was it? Over there, Calabasas or somewhere over there, where Opal's house and all that got burnt up. People
Santa
didn't want to
Barbara?
leave.
Yeah, Santa Barbara.
It's out that way, right? People didn't want to leave, but guess what? You'll leave now. Animals are smart enough to know to leave. But y'all stupid. That's what we was reading in Isaiah the 3rd chapter.
God, and as the brother was saying, it's a bunch of animals that's not native to cities or parts of towns that are basically killing off the natural species. Like in Florida, you got an animal called a tegu. You know, and the tegus is basically like smaller Komodo dragons. They look like monitor lizards.
Yep.
You know, but they're even more aggressive than those, man. And people try to have them as like pets. You know, they sell them on the black market and things like that. Hey, but when these natural disasters happen, you know, that the Most High sends upon these places, hey, he pushes these animals towards other parts of cities too. Hey, and they take over. Hey, it happens to fish, it happens to the lizards, the iguanas. It happens everywhere. It happens to snakes, like what the brother's saying in the hurricane that happened that hit New Orleans. Hey, you got animals, you got certain species of snakes that are native to South America that are now in New Orleans, man. You know? And these animals are going, the Most High gonna put the spirit on these animals to go out and handle his business, man.
Right.
You know?
When they get the list on the animals that's gonna devour you,
God.
tell you. You got Ezekiel.
Wisdom of Solomon 11 and 15. And I'm reading down to 18. And it reads, "But for the foolish devices of their wickedness, wherewith being deceived, they worship serpents void of reason, and vile beasts. Thou didst send a multitude of unreasonable beasts upon them for vengeance."
They get called it unreasonable beasts.
They don't want to hear nothing. They just want to fulfill the agenda, man. To rip you to shreds, man. That's all they want, to kill you.
Like a hungry animal, especially a wild animal, they ain't rationalizing nothing but how to get something in their stomach.
Yeah.
That's all they concerned with.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, they will be unreasonable. Okay?
They said Texas is dealing with a wild boar.
Yeah.
Not outbreak, but
Influx.
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Hold
Hey,
that
God,
big
and especially in that day, man, like the brother says, like the scripture says, like you're unreasonable. Hey, your average pet, man, your average pet is gonna turn on you, man. You know, your hamsters, they gonna be attacking you whatever way they can.
Like native professors.
Yeah, kind, your gerbils, man, the Most High gonna put the spirit on them to go at your weak spots, man. Hey, for real, bro.
Yeah.
You know, your house cats, you know, your chinchillas, all these different animals that these people try to claim as pets, the Most High gonna put the spirit on them to mess you people up, man.
Good precept. Go with what you read. 2 Ezra 16 and 6. May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, right? Or may any